Hi everyone, welcome to my card and a cuppa for Friday the 5th of January 2024. My name's Denise McCabe and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia on the New South Wales Central Coast. So this is take 2 because I actually went live the first time on my personal Facebook page. Don't want that. So I just want to double check that I'm live in the right place. So just bear with me for a minute. Make sure I've done this correctly. I think I have this time round, which is good because it's always a good thing to be live in the right place. There we go. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone is well and I'm just moving my OBS over, okay, to see. So I hope everyone's well and having a nice first week of January. The weather's a bit iffy. We managed to get a beach morning in yesterday with our little Rosie at the beach before the storm hit yesterday afternoon, and it's a bit overcast and funny today, but it's still quite humid. So, but that's okay. You have to just take whatever the weather gives us on the day. So today I'm going to be able to show you the inside of the mini catalogue. It went live yesterday on the 4th of January here in Australia. And I can show you some things on the inside. I won't do a whole catalogue run through. If you've got the catalogue, you already know what's in there. So that's really good. And I will just show a few products that I'm playing with today. So let's go down to my craft desk. There we go. It's always a bit slower from my OBS software to the Facebook software. It always takes a little bit. Okay, so this is what we're going to play with today. Let me see, I might minimize that. Okay, so here's the new catalogue. So the mini catalogue runs to the 30th of April and the celebration one runs to the 29th of February. Being that it's a leap year this year, it runs to 29th, end of February. So if you don't have these catalogues and would like them, just let me know and I will get them out to you. They really got some beautiful things in here. So many things. But, you know, we have to control ourselves. Well, I had to control myself. Okay, so today I'm going to play with the Delicate Forest bundle. It's on page 17. It's a beautiful bundle. The stamp set didn't actually catch my eye. It was the dies that caught my eye. So these are the dies. And I thought, well, don't get the stamp set without the dies. That's just silly. So I particularly liked this window die in this bundle. If I can get it off the magnetic sheet. There we go. And it creates this beautiful window, which I just love. I have played with it and made a couple of fun fold cards with it. This was the first one I did. It's called a pop-out window card. And I used these dies here to do this section, and that's for the banner, for the sentiment. And then the window is on the inside, and that's what it looks like on the inside. Claire Ottaway, a demonstrator in the UK, did this card, so I just tweaked some of the measurements to make it work for us in metric, and it's beautiful. I love it. I love this window. And then I did it again, same card, but I did it again and I doubled up the window inside to make it look a little bit thicker and that you were looking through a forest. You can sort of see how this one looks a bit light on and this one is a bit thicker. So what I did, I just cut it out twice and I reversed the one inside and glued it to the front facing one to make it look a bit thicker. This is the card I'm going to actually make for my Makeup Monday next week. So if you're interested in knowing how to make this card, come back on Monday morning for my Makeup Monday YouTube video. So that's that. I'll stick my little Makeup Monday post-it note back on it. So this was the die I particularly got this bundle for. I just really liked it. So, and the other thing we're going to use is, I got everything in this Forever Love suite except the stamp set and dies because I wanted this one instead. So I thought I'll blend the two together. I'll get this stamp set and die and get all the paper, ribbon, note cards, bling out of this bundle. So let me show you the note cards down here. They are gold foiled note cards and they're beautiful. And they are scored, but I think I'm going to cut them in half and use them as card fronts because they're just so beautiful. And this is the envelope that goes with these. And they've got this beautiful die cut edge. Isn't it gorgeous? So they're the note cards. I mean, you don't have to cut the card in half. You can use it as a proper card and just embellish it on the front with a sentiment. But I'm yet to play properly with those. I will show you something that I've done with them in a minute. This is the beautiful Forever Love paper. It's specialty paper, and so therefore it's got gold foil in it, so it's a little bit dearer. It's $29 for the pack. And as you can see, I have seriously cut into it. I've been doing a couple of scrapbook pages of my daughter's wedding back in March. And yeah, it's beautiful. So the colours in the paper are Pretty Peacock, Moody Mauve, Petal Pink and Very Vanilla. So that's the paper. These are the gems. They're foiled Pretty Peacock and Petal Pink foiled gems. And this is the ribbon, the gold foil Pretty Peacock ribbon. Really beautiful, 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 beautiful. So this is the scrapbook. Hi Cheryl, how are you today? This is the scrapbook page I made yesterday with some of my photos from my daughter's wedding. And I'm working on another one. I'll just bring it down because it's square and my camera's rectangular. So I've cut the envelope here. I cut that bit off the envelope and I blended it, and when I was blending it made a beautiful mask on my scrap paper, so I put it down here and blended some more. So I've got the mask of the envelope flap and I've just got the envelope flap up here. I used the paper, I used the gems and the ribbon. And then I got the stippled roses, which is another new bundle in the mini catalogue. And I gold embossed the two little roses and die cut the leaves out. I was really happy with how that page worked out. Thanks Cheryl, I really like it. Love that page. I'm working on another one at the moment. I've nearly got it together. I've just got to stick it all together. I sort of don't stick things together until I've got everything placed, and if I'm happy with it, then I take a photo and then I can work from the photo. So we're going to use this paper, but we're going to use the Delicate Forest stamp set. So pretty much this card is kind of cased from the catalogue. Hi Joan, how are you today? Thanks for watching. This card, I pretty much cased the catalogue. I just used the beautiful paper on the page before, and we're going to recreate this with the same paper but the different color scheme. So now if you're interested in this bundle, it is $91.75, stamp set and dies. That's good. I'm glad you're good. And that would therefore, if you wanted that bundle, it would then qualify you for one of the level ones or the first lot of celebration free gifts. So there's beautiful things in here for a $90 order that you can get. Just gorgeous. And yeah, if you wanted this bundle, it straight away qualifies you because it's just over the $90. So let's put those catalogues. It's nice to be able to show you the inside now. Okay, so I've got all my things. I haven't gotten down my ink pads. So let me do that now. Thought I was all ready, but then I went live in the wrong place, so I wasn't all ready. that right? Is it petal pink? Yes, it is. For a moment I thought I had it. Okay, so let's get started. So we've got our standard A5 card base, but I've cut it lengthways so it will make a tent fold card like so. So put your A4 paper down there and cut it at 10.5 centimeters. So this is thick, very vanilla base. And I like using the thick white and the thick vanilla for my card bases if I, don't want to do a colour. So then we've got, this is the paper, the Love, what's it called? Love, I've got to remember all this, Forever Love DSP. So that's the reverse of what I put on my daughter's scrapbook page. And I know I'm turning the gold foil over, horrors. So that piece is 10 centimeters by 14.4. And then I've got another piece of Moody Mauve, 9 centimeters by 9 centimeters, and a piece of the paper. I know it's really hard to turn this paper over with the gold foil, but I'm doing it. You can always buy another pack, right? That piece is 8.5 by 8.5 centimeters, and that's just going to mat straight down onto the Moody Mauve. And then I've done this just 1/2 centimeter skinnier because I wanted to see more of this paper behind. So I've done this at 6.5 centimeters by 12, and this one is 11.5 centimeters by 6. So it just brings it in a fraction and you'll be able to see a little bit more behind. So let's, and then this is one of the dies. Where's my dies? This is one of the banner dies from the Delicate Forest dies. So I've got that all pre-cut ready. So let's start layering and then we can do some stamping. So I'm using my glass mat. So my glass mat is a promotion for joining during celebration. It will come with your starter kit for $169. You'll get $235. Gosh, I'm doing this from memory and I'm going okay with it. $235 worth of product plus the glass mat, which is valued at $106. If you didn't want the glass mat, if you've already got one or you don't want to use one in your crafting, you can add another, I think it's $51 to your order. So then you'd get $286 worth of product for $169. Pretty good deal. So I've just matted those pieces together, and I'll take this off. And it's hard to cover up this gold foil, but I'm doing it. There we go. And I'll pop this onto my card base. Just centered with an even border all the way around. My card and Cuppas, I try to make a little bit more simpler cards or easier cards for anybody who's new to paper crafting. I don't want to scare them off with all the dies and all the tools you can collect along the way. So I try to make my card and Cuppas a little bit simpler, if that makes sense. And then my Makeup Mondays, I generally do a technique or a fold, so that will be my Makeup Monday for next Monday. So I tend to do a little bit more advanced card making for my Makeup Mondays. Okay, so here's my sample card. Haven't even got my lamp on today, but I don't think I need it. Okay, let's get this one out. So there's this tall spray, then a smaller spray of like shrubbery, a little tiny one, a bit of ground here, some falling leaves, and some really lovely sentiments in this set. So stay strong, my friend, you'll get through this. It's a kind of sympathy or thinking of you type sentiments, I think they are. Okay, so let me just grab a block. I'm not sure if that block is wide enough. Oh yes it is, look at that. Perfect. Now, I will do this, but sometimes it sticks to the glass mat and it won't come up. Got it. Okay, so I am going to get a scrap of paper out. I know you can stamp on to the glass mat, but my problem is then I would then put my vanilla or white cardstock over where I've stamped and forget to wipe it up and get myself into all sorts of trouble. So when I am stamping, I do just bring a piece of grid paper back in. So this is this one. So because I'm using Moody Mauve as my colour today, I will do Moody Mauve as the centre spray, and I am going to stamp it off because the full version, the full ink, is a bit much. I found it was a bit too overpowering. So I'm just going to stamp it off, and I'm going to place it in the center of my cardstock. Now, am I down too low? Can you see? I think you can. I can move it up a little bit. Okay, so I'll clean that off with my chamois. And I'll close that up before I put my hand in it. And we shall get Petal Pink. And I even stamped Petal Pink off just to give it that more muted colour. I might do it on the left, Petal Pink. So down a little bit lower, but that's okay. Close that up, and now Pretty Peacock, and I'll stamp this off as well so it's not quite so strong. My Pretty Peacock's got a problem in the center of the ink pad. I don't know what its problem is, but it's definitely strange. So maybe I need to get another one. Okay, I might do this one down and just stamp. There we go. Okay, so can you see my Pretty Peacock ink? It's got this funny patch in the middle of it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. Can you? You kind of can. It's very strange. Okay, so that's that. That's that stamping. Now let me bring my little banner in. And I think I will use the same sentiment. You make good things better. Because that could be for anybody. I'll take this one off. When you're pulling your photopolymer stamps off, just be careful. You don't want to pull them too hard because I have heard that they can snap and break, and you don't want that. That would be terrible. Okay, so I've got my Moody Mauve out again. I really don't know what day it is at the moment. Still being on holidays, I just really struggle with it. Now I've got a little bit of ink on my block, and I'm going to wipe that off. Okay, so I'll just ink that up again. I just wanted to practice on my paper. I still do that, practice on my paper. And I love photopolymer. I know you've heard me say that before. You can see through it and see exactly where you're stamping. I like that. There we go. I'll clean that one off. And I'll pop that one back back in. I always try to put things away as I go because then I don't lose things. But sometimes I get into a bit of a mess. Okay, so that's our sentiment done as well. So let me get rid of that and that. Bring my stamped piece back in. So get my paper off that. Now this piece of cardstock's got a little tiny crease in it, so I'm just going to get my bone folder to it, and that's fixed it. Look at that. There we go. So it's just a matter of layering that onto this piece. I'm not even going to do any edging to it. You could if you wanted to. You could put a bit of ink around the edge with a door bar if that's what you felt like doing. Okay, so basically it's just matting your card layers together, and I've just got one little die cut here, but if you didn't have a die cut machine you could just cut a little strip of cardstock and that would work too. So we're going to put this one on first, and look how it's the same card sketch, but how different does it look in different colors? Totally different. Okay, so we'll put this one flat down. And that's the beauty of the paper. You can try both sides of the paper and see which one you like best. Or you don't have to. You can just go with the same side all the time. But it's nice to have a bit of variety. I'm going to put this piece a little bit lower. I've got the lines here, but I don't think the lines are straight, so that's actually not going to help me. And I'll get some dimensional for that. I'll use up some of these edge pieces. So I have been busy organising my launches for the Mini Catalogue. So I've got one on Saturday the 13th, so that's Saturday week. And I've got one on the following Thursday the 18th. So if anybody would like to come along, just send me a message and I'll make sure I've got enough things prepared for the two projects we're going to make. And there'll be a lucky door prize. And yeah, we see a lot of samples. So I'm just going to pop this down over the top of my background layer. I'd love to see you. Okay, get rid of my glue because I'm not going to use that. So I heat embossed this sentiment to match the gold foil in the paper. But I haven't heat embossed this one because I didn't want to do that. I'm just going to get some snail and put it along the back and put it over my card base, my stamped image. There we go. Now I could add ribbon, but I don't want to because I don't think it would look great, but I will add some of these gems. So they're petal pink and pretty peacock, and they've got gold foil in them. So let me just, I'll put them on and then I'll show you what they look like. I'll hold them up closer. They're really pretty. Put one up here. So these are the gems. I hope you can see those okay. Gotta wait for it to catch up. There we go. So I've got one that I think missed some of the production line. It looks a bit funny, but the others are quite nice. But that doesn't matter. That one will be fine. I can use that in something else. It just didn't seem to get the foil or something in it. So they're from the Forever Love Suite, I think it's called. Oh dear, 17. No, page before. Yeah, Forever Love Suite. Okay, so what did I do on the inside? I stamped the lower ones down the bottom. So let me grab that stamp. And a block that will work with that. Will D block work? Not quite. This will make it work. No, it won't. I don't want to muck it up. I'll get my non-stamping up block out. There we go. And let me get my scrap of paper, my grid paper back in, because I will stamp off again my Moody Mauve. So eat that up. And I'm just going to stamp off. See how dark it is when you do it fresh, whereas when you stamp it off, it just gives it a bit more of an interesting look, a bit more like a distinctive stamp. So let me get that back in and get rid of that. So there we go. There is the same card with the same sketch layout design, and just using the reverse papers. How different do they look? They look quite different, don't they? Which one's your favourite? I like both. I can't choose. I just made this panel a little bit skinnier so you could see a bit more of this piece of paper behind. Thanks, Joan. Because I thought the paper behind was so lovely, you couldn't see it enough, so I wanted to make that a little bit skinnier. So that is the Delicate Forest bundle, and if you really like it and you want to see how this die is used, my Makeup Monday will show you that. So I hope that's been nice for you. Nice little card on a Friday afternoon. So let's go back here. There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I really like this bundle. I love that window foresty die. I think that's really beautiful, and I think we could do lots of things with that. So, so have a great rest of the Friday. Hubby and I are going to go and see a movie this afternoon. You know it's sad when you get to the age that you actually qualify for the seniors discount. So we decided, let's embrace it and get the discount. So we're going to a 4:15 movie this afternoon, and then we'll go and have some dinner over at Erina somewhere afterwards. So got to embrace being a senior. So have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and I will see you on Monday for my Makeup Monday. Bye for now.